Arthur Wellesley 1834–1834. Arthur Wellesley, the first Duke of Wellington, remains one of the most celebrated figures in British history, particularly for his distinguished military career and leadership during critical moments in the nation's history. Born in 1769 into a prestigious Anglo-Irish family, Wellesley demonstrated an early aptitude for military affairs. His upbringing, marked by a combination of privilege and duty, set the foundation for a career that would ultimately shape the course of European history. Wellesley's early life was characterized by his education at Eton College and subsequently at the French Royal Academy of Equitation. However, it was his entry into the British Army in 1787 that marked the beginning of a meteoric rise through the military ranks. With a keen strategic mind and an unwavering commitment to discipline, Wellesley quickly distinguished himself on the battlefield. The turning point in Wellesley's military career came during the Peninsular War, 1808–1814, against Napoleon's forces in the Iberian Peninsula. As the British commander, Wellesley, often referred to as the Iron Duke, demonstrated exceptional leadership and military acumen. Notable victories, such as the Battle of Salamanca and the Battle of Vittoria, solidified his reputation as a brilliant tactician and strategist. In 1834, as Arthur Wellesley navigated the political and military spheres, the geopolitical landscape in Europe was undergoing significant transformations. The aftermath of the Napoleonic Wars had left a power vacuum and spurred widespread political and social change. Simultaneously, the British Empire, under King William IV, was grappling with internal political shifts, as the Reform Act of 1832 had ushered in a new era of parliamentary representation. Beyond the British Isles, the European continent was marked by a delicate balance of power. The Congress of Vienna in 1815 sought to restore stability after the Napoleonic era, but tensions persisted. The rise of nationalist movements and the emergence of new ideologies added complexity to international relations. Wellesley, who had played a crucial role in the defeat of Napoleon, found himself at the nexus of these geopolitical currents, shaping the direction of British foreign policy and military strategy in this dynamic period. The political landscape in Britain in 1834 was marked by a complex interplay of ideologies, power struggles, and the aftermath of significant historical events. Key political figures during this period included the charismatic Prime Minister, William Lamb, 2nd Viscount Melbourne, and his adversaries, notably Sir Robert Peel. The political atmosphere was charged with debates surrounding key issues such as electoral reform, economic policies, and the role of the monarchy. One of the defining events was the passing of the Reform Act of 1832, a legislative milestone that aimed to address issues of electoral corruption and expand voting rights. However, the act was not without controversy, as it triggered debates over the extent of parliamentary representation and the balance of power between the aristocracy and the emerging middle class. The act, while transforming the political landscape, also left unresolved tensions that continued to shape the political discourse in 1834. The Reform Act of 1832 was a pivotal moment in British political history, reshaping the composition of the Parliament and extending the right to vote to a broader segment of the population. It marked a shift from the antiquated electoral system, which disproportionately favored certain constituencies, toward a more representative and inclusive model. However, the Reform Act did not fully satisfy the demands of all political factions. While it granted the vote to a larger number of middle-class men, it did not extend suffrage to the working class or women, leading to continued agitation for further reforms. The Act's implementation had a profound impact on the dynamics of political power, setting the stage for ideological conflicts that would persist throughout the 19th century. Arthur Wellesley's military triumphs did not confine him to the battlefield. He was an active participant in the political arena. Despite his initial reluctance to engage in political affairs, Wellesley's influence was sought after by various factions. In 1834, he found himself navigating the complexities of parliamentary politics, his military achievements lending weight to his political stature. Wellesley's political positions were often aligned with conservative principles, and he was associated with the Tory party. His views on maintaining order, preserving aristocratic privileges, and safeguarding the monarchy resonated with the conservative factions of British society. Wellesley's political involvement, however, was not without challenges. His leadership style, honed on the battlefield, occasionally clashed with the nuances of parliamentary maneuvering, highlighting the inherent tension between military and political spheres. Arthur Wellesley's military career was distinguished by a series of key battles and campaigns that showcased his strategic brilliance and leadership prowess. The Peninsular War, 1808 to 1814, stands out as a pivotal chapter in Wellesley's legacy. The Battle of Talavera in 1809 marked one of his early triumphs, where he successfully repelled French forces, earning him the title of Viscount Wellington. The subsequent campaigns in the Iberian Peninsula saw Wellesley employing innovative tactics and exhibiting remarkable resilience. The Battle of Salamanca in 1812 and the Battle of Vitoria in 1813 further solidified his reputation as a military genius, as he effectively outmaneuvered and defeated Napoleon's forces. These victories played a crucial role in weakening French control in the region and contributed significantly to the ultimate defeat of Napoleon. The Peninsular War was not only a series of military engagements but also a testing ground for Wellesley's strategic acumen and his ability to lead a coalition of diverse forces. His use of defensive strategies, combined with well-coordinated offensives, demonstrated a keen understanding of terrain and the effective utilization of available resources. The success in the Peninsular War not only elevated Wellesley to the status of a national hero but also played a pivotal role in reshaping the power dynamics of Europe, leading to the downfall of Napoleon Bonaparte. In 1834, Arthur Wellesley's impact on the British military extended beyond his battlefield triumphs. As the Master General of the Ordnance, a position he held from 1827 to 1828 and again from 1828 to 1830, Wellesley played a crucial role in initiating military reforms. These reforms aimed at modernizing the army, incorporating lessons learned from the Napoleonic Wars, and adapting to the changing nature of warfare. Wellesley's emphasis on training, discipline, and the professionalization of the army reflected his understanding of the evolving military landscape. He advocated for improvements in weaponry, logistical support, and the establishment of a professional officer corps. These reforms laid the groundwork for the transformation of the British Army into a more efficient and capable force. Wellesley's military legacy was also evident in his influence on the structure and discipline of the British Army. Drawing on his experiences in the Peninsular War, he recognized the importance of a well-disciplined and organized force. Wellesley implemented measures to enhance the training of soldiers, improve communication, and streamline logistical support. His emphasis on maintaining high standards of discipline and professionalism contributed to the creation of a more effective and adaptable military. Wellesley's influence persisted in 1834, as the British Army continued to evolve under his guidance, ensuring that it remained a formidable force capable of meeting the challenges of a rapidly changing world. Arthur Wellesley's personal life was as intriguing as his military and political career. In 1806, he married Catherine Pakenham, the daughter of the Earl of Longford. Their union was marked by its stability and mutual support. The couple had two sons, Arthur and Charles, who would later inherit their father's titles and continue the Wellesley legacy. The Wellesley family, with its aristocratic connections and military prominence, played a significant role in the social fabric of early 19th century Britain. The challenges of Wellesley's military campaigns meant that his time with his family was often limited. Nevertheless, his letters to Catherine reflect a deep affection and concern for their well-being, providing insights into the personal side of this military titan. The demands of military service, however, sometimes strained family life, showcasing the sacrifices made by both Wellesley and his loved ones. Wellesley moved in influential circles, both in military and political spheres. His interactions with notable figures of the time offered a glimpse into the social and political dynamics of early 19th century Britain. As a military hero and a member of the aristocracy, Wellesley associated with figures such as the Duke of York, the Prince Regent, later King George IV, and other prominent military and political leaders. These relationships extended beyond the formalities of war and politics. Wellesley's connections often played a role in his military appointments and political influence, demonstrating the interconnectedness of personal and professional spheres in the social fabric of the time. In 1834, Arthur Wellesley faced a myriad of personal challenges and triumphs. As a statesman and military leader, he grappled with the demands of his dual role, often negotiating the delicate balance between political maneuvering and military strategy. Personal challenges in 1834 included the pressures of political opposition and criticism. Despite his military successes, Wellesley faced detractors and political adversaries who questioned his decisions and policies. Navigating these challenges required resilience and strategic thinking, hallmarks of his character that had been honed on the battlefield. Triumphs in Wellesley's personal life during this period might include diplomatic successes or political victories. As he continued to contribute to the shaping of British foreign policy, his ability to navigate international relations showcased not only his military acumen but also his diplomatic skills. Moreover, Wellesley's personal life was marked by the ongoing legacy of his military achievements. The adoration he received from the public and his standing in aristocratic circles contributed to a complex tapestry of personal and public life. Recognizing and reconciling these dual aspects of his identity was a constant challenge and triumph for Wellesley in 1834. In 1834, Britain held a formidable position on the global stage, with its influence extending across continents. The aftermath of the Napoleonic Wars had solidified Britain's status as a major power, and the Congress of Vienna in 1815 had attempted to establish a balance of power in Europe. In the ensuing years, Britain's relations with other major powers reflected the intricate web of diplomatic alliances, rivalries, and emerging global challenges. Key diplomatic relationships included interactions with France, the defeated but resurgent power, and the complex dynamics with Russia, Austria, and Prussia. The evolving situation in the Americas, including the United States, added another layer of complexity to Britain's international relations. As the global political landscape shifted, Britain's leaders, including Arthur Wellesley, played a crucial role in navigating these relationships to secure the nation's strategic interests. The 19th century was a period of intense colonial expansion, and Britain was at the forefront of this imperial endeavor. In 1834, the British Empire spanned the globe, with colonies and territories in Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, and the Pacific. The acquisition of colonies brought economic benefits but also presented challenges, including issues related to governance, trade, and relations with indigenous populations. The competition for imperial dominance with other European powers, such as France and Spain, added another layer of complexity to Britain's global position. Managing colonial affairs required astute diplomatic and military strategies to ensure stability, economic prosperity, and the protection of British interests abroad. Arthur Wellesley's influence on international relations extended beyond his military achievements. As a prominent statesman, he played a key role in shaping Britain's diplomatic efforts and navigating the complexities of international affairs. Wellesley's diplomatic acumen was evident in his involvement in negotiations and treaties. His experiences in the Peninsular War, where he coordinated with Spanish and Portuguese allies, showcased his ability to build and maintain diplomatic alliances. In 1834, Wellesley, serving in various capacities in the British government, contributed to the formulation of foreign policy that aimed to safeguard British interests and maintain a delicate balance of power in Europe. His understanding of global dynamics was particularly crucial in managing colonial affairs. Wellesley's strategic vision helped shape policies that addressed the challenges of governing far-flung territories, balancing the economic aspirations of the empire with the need for political stability and cooperation with local populations. Wellesley's diplomatic engagements also extended to negotiations with emerging powers in the Americas and Asia. Whether dealing with border disputes, trade agreements, or geopolitical challenges, Wellesley's leadership ensured that Britain navigated the complexities of a rapidly changing world with a steady hand. Specific events and decisions during Wellesley's tenure in 1834 became focal points for criticism and controversy. One such event may have been his approach to economic policies or the management of domestic issues. Wellesley's political decisions, whether related to taxation, trade, or social reforms, were subject to scrutiny and debate, with critics questioning the efficacy and fairness of his policies. Additionally, Wellesley's diplomatic endeavors and international engagements may have generated controversies. Navigating the intricacies of international relations during a period of geopolitical flux meant that every decision carried significant weight. Criticism could arise from perceived weaknesses in negotiating treaties, handling disputes with other nations, or managing colonial affairs. Wellesley's impact extended beyond the battlefield to the realm of politics and society. As a statesman, his legacy was intertwined with the political and social developments of his time. In politics, Wellesley's influence persisted through his commitment to conservative principles and his advocacy for a strong, stable government. The tensions he faced in 1834, as Britain grappled with political reform and social change, contributed to the ongoing dialogue about the role of tradition and continuity in governance. Wellesley's political legacy was not without controversy, but his dedication to public service and his unwavering commitment to the monarchy and aristocratic values left an imprint on conservative thought. His contributions to foreign policy and diplomacy also played a role in shaping Britain's approach to international relations for years to come. On a social level, Wellesley's legacy was embedded in the national consciousness. As the Iron Duke, he became a symbol of British military prowess and resilience. His hero status, earned through victories in iconic battles, contributed to a sense of national pride and identity. The memory of Wellesley's triumphs served as a source of inspiration during times of conflict and crisis, fostering a collective memory that persisted through the generations. Arthur Wellesley's enduring impact transcends the confines of 1834, resonating through the annals of British history and beyond. His legacy in military strategy has proven timeless, with his principles of flexibility, adaptability, and strategic acumen continuing to shape military thinking globally. The echoes of his victories reverberate through subsequent conflicts, influencing leaders and strategists for generations. In the political sphere, Wellesley's influence persisted as an emblem of conservative principles and commitment to stability. His role in the political debates of 1834 contributed to the ongoing discourse about the nature of governance in a changing society. The tensions he navigated between tradition and reform remain relevant in discussions about the evolution of political systems. On a broader scale, Wellesley's legacy is embedded in the collective memory of the British people. The Iron Duke became a symbol of national pride and resilience, a figure whose contributions in both war and peace left an indelible mark on the cultural identity of the nation. His enduring impact is not confined to the boundaries of Britain. It extends to the global stage, where his military strategies and political principles continue to inspire and inform leaders around the world. In conclusion, Arthur Wellesley's significance in 1834 and his enduring impact on British history exemplify the intricate interplay between military prowess, political leadership, and cultural identity. His legacy is a testament to the enduring influence of individuals who navigate the complexities of their times and leave an indelible mark on the course of history. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future.